Hey, it's Deep here. This is a quick walkthrough video on how recruiters and recruitment agencies can build their own custom AI no code tool to screen passive talent. We're going to start with building the tool inside Relevance AI and integrate it with Clay to do this at scale. So, as a way of example, this is a tool that I built in Relevance AI, a technical recruiter role where I wanted to evaluate the LinkedIn profile of a candidate. Essentially, you add the LinkedIn profile here, and it tells you that the talent was an individual contributor in a full stack backend role with these skill sets, evaluates their soft skills, years of experience, and so on. And you can customize this as per your requirements or the kind of role that you're hiring for. Another interesting example I came across was for creative recruiting, where say I built this tool to evaluate from a portfolio, understand the kind of brands and the industries a person, a professional, someone like a creative director has worked in, and help you the industries that they have experience with. So I've just taken this online resume here, PDF format. You can upload your resume as well. You'll just need to make minor tweaks to it. And once you run this tool, it gives you the different industries that this candidate has probably worked in. Now, when you combine this tool with the power of Clay, say you have a good list of candidates that we built inside Clay, you can integrate it with Relevance AI tool, and it can act as a very powerful combo to screen candidates at scale. Okay, now it's time to dive in and start building. So the first step is you create a free account on relevanceai.com. What relevanceai.com offers is essentially building two things. One is AI enabled tools, and the second is AI agents. Now, the way I look at it, AI tools are specific tools that you need to complete a task, a specific task in your workflow. And you club all these different tools into one bundle with conditional logics to it. You'll be able to build an AI agent. And the best part is you can put all of this on an autopilot. It seamlessly integrates with a good number of other external platforms, and they have a very good list library of templates to get you started as well. My favorite part is that you can actually bring in any LLM model in this platform, be it OpenAI or Cohere, and you can build it to specific knowledge of your domain, your niche, or your industry. Once you log in, on the left hand sidebar, you will see agents, tools, and data. We're going to focus on tools for now, and you'll see that it comes with a ready set of templates here. You can either use one of these templates or modify it to your use case. Another good use case with Relevance AI is that you can build custom actions for your GPTs with Relevance AI and connect it to your GPT using an API. So to start building a new tool, we click on new, and then we'll start from scratch. Now you'll see three options here, three building blocks, so to say. Now you can add your knowledge here. When you go here, it gives you the option to either upload a file, or if you want to crawl a website which already has the information that you're looking to train this LLM with, or you can import from or using a third party. I start with upload a file if I already know for X candidates or X talent, I'm looking for A, B, and C, and this is how they should be classified. I've built my own repo here, and your repository would look you'll see it getting added here. So that's the first step. And then in user inputs, I would generally go with text input here, and you can name it like LinkedIn URL, um, LinkedIn URL, and this will be the value. So this is what all the information that you want this tool to be fed into it. So in this case, so for example, if you're screening a LinkedIn profile, so this is the URL will come here essentially. And then you have all these steps. Now you see here it's text, so that's the reference for this particular value. Now you go on to build tools, and this is where the actual power of Relevance AI comes into picture. So you can use an LLM model here, and you can do a whole bunch of different stuff. So for example, let's see here where you can actually extract information from a LinkedIn profile. I should, yeah, there you go. So you can do it for a profile company and also pull posts of a profile. When you go here, you would need to just feed in the URL you want it to look up. So in this case, for example, we want it to process this particular URL, which we're going to add as input. So I would just reference it to be text here, the same value here. And that's about it. It asks me for the method. We want to get the user profile. So that's all I'm going to select here. To quickly test these two steps here, I've just added a LinkedIn profile here, and you click on run all, and it will take time to process the information here. You'll see it running a step here, and you can also track the progress here, and that's the output here. So essentially for this particular candidate, we've been able to pull through all that information inside um, inside our Relevance AI here. Now you can essentially have a LLM built on top of all this information to process it the way you would like. So the last step is to add LLM to the entire workflow. And you can do that by going to LLM here. The good part is you can choose from different LLM providers and the model that you would really like to have. You'll have to input your keys when you API keys when you go here and you go to API keys, right? That's where you add all your API keys for different providers or the different third-party tools that you would want to integrate, and then you just prompt it the way you would in a Chat GPT or even inside Clay, how you would actually prompt the AI enrichment. So going back to the tool that I built here, you see I have added a few knowledge articles here to train the LLM system on. And so, once you've extracted the LinkedIn profile, here I just use some good, very specific with example prompts. And a good way to also getting more accurate outputs would be to add a reference to the knowledge base here. So all you have to do is when you have written the prompt, essentially just, and you've linked your knowledge article, just go and click on knowledge. It's essentially the same variable reference that you see at the top here when you would add the reference. Let's see here. So here, all the variables here start with knowledge dot whatever the name is. So based on the different knowledge bases that you add here, it's going to add those variables. So for example, this one I've trained it on a very limited sample set. So the more sample data you have to train your LLM, obviously the better it gets. But yeah, that's how you would do it. You would just add reference to your knowledge base so that every time you process input, it actually references that knowledge base and helps you with an output, which is as accurate and very specific to the industry that you're working in. And then this is how it runs in my tool. These are all the steps it goes through and then finally gives me the output. So once you've built your tool, you can save it and you can go on use. Once you go to use, you'll see the tool. It will only showcase the input fields that you defined while building the tool. You can go to logs once you run it to check the credit usage and stuff. And you can click on the API here. I'm not going to click it because it reveals my project ID and other details, but you can click on API. So it will give you all the necessary details for you to integrate it with a platform like Clay. So once you've built your tool, go back to your Clay table, go to add enrichment, HTTP API, and you can add post and use all the other details here that are included or mentioned in your API section here, right? I am happy to make another video on how to integrate it with Clay. Just want to be sure that I'm a bit cautious that I might end up revealing my keys and project IDs here. But happy to follow up in another video and walk you through it if that would be of interest. All right, that's about it. I hope this was helpful. Excited to see what workflows you build using Clay and Relevance AI. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.